Since 1994, when the two-point conversion rule was instated in the NFL, it has played a pivotal role in the outcomes of games. But have you ever wondered if a team should go for two every time, regardless of the situation? We're going to find out the answer right after this. It's down 8 in the final minute. They score a TD, the ball is placed on the 2-yard line, and if you're lucky, your team ties the game up. But what if they had gone for two every time before that? Would they even need to bother? Would their touchdown have put them ahead? Would they be so far behind it wouldn't matter? Let's do some simple math. As Mitch Hedberg said, 2 is greater than 1. Calculations tell you that all you need to do is convert your 2-point attempts 50% of the time, and you're at least not losing anything versus the 1-point extra point. And if you convert all of your 2-point attempts, well, then that can be as much as an entire field goal on 3 touchdowns. And if you score 4 TDs, convert each 2, and your opponent scores 3 TDs and only kicks extra points, you actually lead them 32-21. And instead of being up only 7 points, you have a 2-possession lead. Seems like a valid strategy, except for that whole part about converting, but the numbers actually look really good in favor of going for it every single time. NFL 2-point conversion rates hover around 48 to 49% each year, which if you do the math, that already almost gets you there to the 50% you need to break even. But add in the fact that since the extra point has been moved back to the 15-yard line, XPs have gone from a gimme to only a 95% success rate. Math gives you these numbers when you are looking at expected points. 1 times 95% equals 95%. 2 times 48% equals 96%, which is a bigger number. I would drop the mic, but you know, blended averages don't always make for good arguments, and plus no way I end this video 2 minutes into it. Because not executing the conversions leads you to big trouble. There were 15 teams that had a less than 50% conversion rate that attempted at least 1 conversion last year, and out of those 15 teams, only 4 made the playoffs: the Panthers, Falcons, the Bills, and the Chiefs. Of the 4 teams that did not even attempt a 2-point conversion, 2 of the 4, Tennessee and the Rams, made the playoffs, one winning a playoff game because of Andy Reid going full Andy Reid. So it seems like taking your points is the right way to go. Stay safe and you will be fine. But guess which teams were the best at going for 2 last year? The Patriots were a perfect 2 for 2, and the Eagles attempted the most and converted the most with an astonishing 6 conversions on 11 attempts, with Alshon Jeffrey catching 3 of those. A lot of those came when their kicker got hurt and the Eagles had to go for it, but I think they were onto something here. And historically, you know that New England converted twice in the Super Bowl to complete a monumental comeback, and then the following year they got a taste of their own medicine when Nick Foles teabagged them on this play. You look like a genius when a play works and an idiot when it doesn't, right? The real problem with going for 2 every time is eventually not making it will bite you in the ass. If say you are down 7 late, score a TD and go for the win and don't get it, which will happen 50% of the time, you just screwed yourselves like the Giants did the day they hired Ben McAdoo. Why did I have to bring that up? So then it becomes a situational thing, and Wikipedia actually put together this nice little chart that explains when to go for 2 based on situation. If leading when you are up by 1, up by 4 or 5, up by 12, up by 15, and up by 19, because then you are an insufferable asshole. Conversely, the time to go for a trailing is down by 2, obviously, down by 5, down by 9 or 10, down by 16, and down by 19. I have a feeling Hugh Jackson would print out this chart and somehow read it backwards. The hardest part about this analysis lies in the fact that no team has ever gone full balls to the wall and gone for 2 each time. This might be esoteric, but in the Madden 13 finals, Problem Right actually went for 2 every time, but he had figured out how to glitch the game so he could convert the play literally 100% of the time. He ended up winning. Hard not to go for something when you know you're going to get it, right, Peter?
All right, bring it up to court. And corner 3! No.
Speaking of bitch Madden tactics, there is a high school coach, Kevin Kelly, who never punts and onside kicks every time, but he only goes for 2 about 40% of the time, and he converted 23 of his 38 attempts, a 60% clip. People think this dude is crazy, but his team has won 3 straight Arkansas State championships, which does kind of suck because in order for that to happen, you have to live in Arkansas. I also bet he receives at least 1 invite from the opposing coach to meet him in the parking lot after each game. But I guess you ain't a bitch if you win, right? In conclusion, math doesn't lie. Teams should go for 2 more often, but every time seems like a risk even the biggest gambler of them all doesn't want to take. Going for 2 more often may be the NFL's next 3-point problem, but going for it in the proper situation is the right strategy. Why go for it in the first half if you don't need to? Simple math tells you though, going for it every time is on your side. But be ready to clean out your desk when you fuck all that up. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And if you have a hot second, download the FanDuel app and use my code BASEHIT10 and receive a 20% bonus with your first deposit up to $50. That's better than going for 2. That's like free money. I'm 5Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this video.